Hello, welcome to Travel Shots Live. You know, where I bring you unedited footage of all the places I travel. Well, this happens to be one of those videos. Have you ever wondered what it's like to live like a local anywhere in the world other than where you're at? Well, this is what I do full time, and I've been doing that approximately 2 years now. And in my latest location, I am bringing to you my 30-day review of living like a local in Krakow, Poland, or Krakow, however you want to pronounce it. Us Americans say Krakow, they say Krakow. I mean, it's like tomato. I don't know. Anyway, that's where I'm at. So I want to give you a breakdown of what it costs to stay at an Airbnb in 2024 for 28 days, which is the sweet spot. Now I say 30 days, but it's really a 28-day stretch, but just to round it up, I say 30 days, okay? I'm gonna go over the cost of food that I spent. I'm also gonna go over the public transportation, okay? And of course, the taxi to get the hell out of here to my next location, which I am leaving in 24 hours. That's why, hence, we have the end of month review. Woo! Anyway, are you digging the lights over here? Can I get a whoop whoop? I love my lights. Anyway, it came with a place. What can I say? So I am in my Airbnb. I've rented this place. I was here from September 18 to October 16. Okay, I have my notes. That's why I'm looking off into La La Land. So what did it cost me? Now remember, with Airbnbs, if you've never rented an Airbnb for 28 days before, most Airbnbs around the world, there are few exceptions, but all the ones that I've stayed at include all your utilities, electric, water, and also includes Wi-Fi, okay? So you pay one flat fee and you're covered for the entire month. No deposits, no application fee. This is what I love about living in Airbnbs. No credit checks, nothing. You just slap down the money, boom, they give you the keys, you turn the key, you walk in, and everything you need is at your fingertips. It's the best way to live, in my opinion. Anyway, I spent $954 for 28 days. Like I said, all utilities included. That breaks down, if you divide it by 28 days, to $34 a night. Hell, that's cheaper than most hotel rooms out there, and you don't even get half the stuff you get here. And I rented this place from September 18 to October 16, so technically this is the fall. I did see a lot of tourists when I first got in, but then as this October starts coming through, I think I'm in the shoulder month and there seems to be less and less tourists because the weather is getting colder. Like right now, outside, I got the heaters burning in here, but it's like 44 degrees outside Fahrenheit. And girl, being from Florida, that is freaking cold. Anywho. So, what did I spend on food? Well, I'll tell you what, eating out is not that expensive here. And of course, it depends on what you want to get. My range at a fancy restaurant, I ate out one time because there's so much good, like, grab and go foods that are cheaper that I didn't even bother going into a bunch of restaurants. So I figured why, you know, plus I cook at home too. That's my thing. So I spent $15 eating out one time. Now get this, this bought me a huge main course meal of a giant, they call it a pig knuckle. I mean, this thing was big enough for meat for 2 days, okay? And it came with some sides. So a big chunk of dinosaur meat with some sides. And then I got an appetizer of fried up chicken livers with onions. That was so good. I haven't had chicken livers forever. Then I got a freshly squeezed juice with pomegranate and all of that. And all of that came to $15. And this was in the center of town, like the dead city center where all the tourists are. So I did excellent on that. I took half that meal home because I couldn't eat it all. Now for food delivery, they have several food delivery apps out here. They have Wolt, WOLT. You can download the app for free. I use them a lot. They're my go-to. They also have, I think it's called, I don't know. It starts with a J. I can't remember the name, but they're in competition. I think they have 3 different food delivery apps, to be honest with you. But what I spent for food delivery was $22, and I actually bought 2 meals, one for one at night, and then the other one's actually for lunch. So what, $11 a meal? Okay. Now, like I said, street food. I just picked up a lot of stuff along the way when I was walking around because it's filling and it's cheap, okay? Like they have these bakeries all over the place. They're almost like, if you're from the States, it's almost like a McDonald's on every block. Well, they have these bakeries on every block, and they sell not only just bread, but they sell all kinds of really good stuff. So $3 basically for a giant croissant, maybe filled with chocolate, or I got a giant, they call it a bread circle. It's like this big, and you can watch them make it. They just roll the dough and they stuff it with different things. I got one that was stuffed with chocolate and it was covered in coconut. I was like, bro, it was the best thing, but I was so full after I ate that, I couldn't eat for hours. So yeah, that, and then they have kebabs. Okay, kebabs are a thing out here. So if you don't know what a kebab is, they shave the meat. They have the meat spinning on a thing over the heat to keep it nice and hot and cooked. They shave the meat. It could be lamb or beef, and then they put it on, a big bun or a wrap. I got one of those for like $3. That will fill you up for hours. Okay. Now, coffee, I'm a big coffee drinker, and they have very good varieties of coffees out here, but it doesn't really matter, I noticed, whether you're actually downtown or you're in the suburbs where I am. I'm 15 minutes outside of the city center. It doesn't matter which coffee shop you go to. It seems like they are always $3 a cup. So if you want a latte, a cappuccino, you want an iced coffee, and it could vary, depends on how fancy you want to get, but it's basically $3 a cup. Pretty cheap. Now, groceries, I spent, excuse me, why did that come up? I hate that. I hate interruptions. Groceries, like I said, I live like a local. So if I was at home, what would I be doing? Would I be eating out at a restaurant every day? No, could not afford that. When I'm living on the road, I take that mentality with me. So I like to go not only to the local grocery store to pick up what I need, but I also go, they have separate produce stands out here. 5-minute walk, literally from this place, fresh produce all day long, fruits, vegetables, anything you need. They even have walnuts in a shell. Oh my God. Then they have a separate bakery there at the plaza, and they also have, you can buy fish, you can buy salami, dried meats, you can buy, freshly chopped up meat like steak, pork, chicken, whatever you want. It's literally right all there. You don't even really have to go to a grocery store. But I spend roughly anywhere from $30 to $40 a week on groceries. And I load up fresh organic produce, meat, bread, butter, you name it. It roughly runs anywhere from $30 to $40 for a 1-week haul that will feed me for the entire week. Can you say that in America? Probably not. I'm not hearing anybody, right? Guys, can you spend $40 a week and live on that in America right now? I'm not hearing anybody. So the answer is no. All right. Transportation. Let's go. Public transportation is the bomb out here, okay? I so wish we had this in Florida, my home state, and unfortunately we probably never will, and I don't know why, which really pisses me off because it's such a great form of transportation. It's cheap, it's safe, it's clean. The best part is I only pay $1 for a ride, okay? So walking, of course, you can walk to the city center. It takes me 30 minutes from where I'm staying to walk to the city center. You could do that. I have a tram right outside my door. It costs me $1 to ride the tram for 20 minutes. Yeah, out here they actually do it as a timed ride. So it's not like you buy a ticket and you can go as much and as far as you want. They got 20-minute tickets. They've got 60-minute tickets. They have, you can do 24 hours, 72 hours. You can even do 1 week, 7-day ticket. These tickets you can buy on an app, a free app that you can download that's called, and I'm going to butcher this, and it's going to sound so nasty, but I pronounce it Jack Loyade, I think is how they pronounce it. But it's spelled like Jaklollad, something like that. That's where you put money. They say put money in the wallet, so you just connect your credit card. I moved over for the month. I spent $30. So I moved $30 over onto the app. And anytime I needed to go anywhere, I would just go on, it's in my wallet on the app, and I would just say, I want a 20-minute ticket. It costs $1, like I said, for 20 minutes. They just download it off your app and you're paid. And then what you do is when you get on the tram or the bus, it works for both of them, the app asks you to manually type in or scan with a code the number of the bus. In other words, all of these buses and trams have codes, like it could be RY107, and you'll see them on a sticker inside the tram or the bus. You can't miss it. So you just go on your app as soon as you get a seat and you enter the code and then you press OK and you have a ticket and you're good to ride. And it even shows you the countdown of how many minutes you got left. But I swear to God, and I hate to say this, but if you are really, really cheap and you want to take a chance, you can probably get away with not paying anything for these tickets. I swear to God, because unlike Budapest, where I was last month, where I was stopped twice and asked for my digital ticket online, I've been here, like I said, 28 days, and I've had nobody, I mean literally no one, on the bus or the tram, no matter where I went in this city or outside the city, nobody asked me for a ticket. Nobody. And I was thinking to myself, I could literally get away with riding this transportation for free. But I'm not that girl, so I feel like I need to put money into the economy. I bought the ticket. I did my thing. It's $1. It's not going to kill me. And technically, like I said, I put $30 on the app. I still have $3 left. So I spent $27 in the month on public transportation. Not bad, right? Okay, you're all probably thinking, okay, that's great, but how much does it cost for a SIM card? How much is my cell phone gonna cost to be here? You're gonna crap your pants when I tell you. I bought a SIM card. Now they do it in megabytes, so I don't know what this goes out to gigabytes, but it was 8,820 megabytes for the month. It's through Orange Mobile, which I highly recommend. They have great, excellent coverage. $1.27. What? What'd she say? I just said $1.27 for 1 month of Wi-Fi, texting, phone, everything on Orange Mobile. This was a tourist thing. Okay, here's how I got it. Now you could get it at the airport, it probably cost you more, but I don't do that. I waited till I got in here, got settled, found the local store, because I don't like to input these things myself. They need your passport so they can identify you and put you in the computer. I just went to the mall. They had a location at the mall, took the tram to the mall, gave my lady my passport, gave her the money, bada boom, bada bang. I was in and out in 5 minutes with a SIM card. I mean, it was so simple, stupid, easy. $1.27, people. Now, what about taxis? Let's say you're not that guy or girl and you don't want to ride public transportation and you're lazy as F and don't want to walk. We could take a taxi. They have regular taxis out here. They have they have 2 taxi apps. One's called Bolt, which I recommend is you should use Bolt, Bolt. Download the app. It's cheap. Like I said, connect your credit card, and then you can just, pay off your credit card. But to give you an idea, now I have not used any taxis in town because everything's so close and I've been using public transportation. I've either walked or used the bus or the tram. But I am going to need a taxi getting to the airport because I'm leaving God early. I'm leaving at 3:45 in the morning Wednesday. So yeah, it's coming up. But it's going to cost me, and I pre-booked it, it's going to cost me $13. That's it. $13 ride with Bolt, 22 minutes to get to the airport. That's a steal. Now, they also have Uber. So I've never used Uber out here, but I got a feeling it's going to cost a little bit more because it's like sort of a brand name. But Bolt is the go-to app in Europe. I've used them through the Balkans. They're cool. I like Bolt. So $13. All right, keep that in mind. All right, so let's go into can you talk to people out here? Because you're probably thinking, does anybody speak English? Am I going to need a translator app? What's up with the Polish people? Are they friendly? I will tell you they are friendly. Are they talkative? Will they go out of their way to talk to you? No, but they will go out of their way if they can understand you to help you. So if, for instance, let's say I'm lost and I go up to somebody and I ask somebody some directions. I'll say, first of all, do you speak English or Ingleski? And if they say, yeah. And then, you ask them the question and they're very friendly and they'll say, yeah, here. Or I was in a local bakery the other day and there was a woman in there, a Polish woman looking at stuff too. And I says, this all looks good. I want to take it all home with me, but which one do you recommend? And then she spoke some English and she goes, oh no, you definitely want to try this one because this is only good for this season, the hazelnut croissant. And then you want to try the gingerbread. And I was like, oh my God, she was so friendly. So I bought what she recommended. It was good. So yeah, they're super friendly. Half speak English. The older ones don't, half don't, and that makes sense. And of course, the closer you are into downtown, into the city, the restaurants, the waiters, they all speak English. Coffee shops, you can get by. I have not had to use a Google Translator out here at all, so don't worry about that. You will be able to communicate. You'll be able to get by. Don't worry about it. Now, as far as the city, the country, the weather. I mean, again, the city's just spectacular. I mean, what could I say? If you saw my last video series of everywhere I went, If you haven't, check out the playlist, okay? Lots of great architecture. City is very safe and very walkable. I am a solo female traveler. I have not been approached by any weirdos, okay? I haven't been approached by anybody trying to scam me into buying something. I was approached, one time, but this guy's just he looked legit and he was just trying to sell a walking tour. So I was walking near the castle downtown and he was just standing in the sidewalk, where everybody's walking, and I'm walking past him. And he goes, excuse me, you want a tour? Would you like a tour? And then he'll go, and here's my advice. Don't talk. okay? Because then they don't know what language you speak. The minute you open your mouth, then they're going to start rapping to you more. Oh, English, where are you from? And then they get into this conversation and then they're going to hook you. Best advice works for me anywhere I go in the world. Just go like this and keep walking. Just smile, don't say a word, just wave like no and shake your head no and just keep walking. And they'll while you're walking by, they'll keep saying, English, German, do you speak French? You keep them guessing, they don't know, and then they won't bother you, they won't follow you, and that's it. That's how easy it is to get out of that stuff. And that was the one and only time I was approached in downtown. Now, of course, there are plenty of cafes and restaurants, there's shopping, there's museums, and there are public parks that are free. Well, the cafes and restaurants aren't, but everything else is free. The country is beautiful. I highly recommend get out of the city. Take a $1 or $1.50 bus ride. Get yourself out into nature. Actually see the waterfalls. Yes, they have waterfalls. You watch one of my videos, they have waterfalls. You get to eat venison pierogies. Like, come on. The food is fabulous out here, okay? Like the pierogies, the kebabs, the halupki, or they call it galumpki out here. Not to mention, like I said, the coffees. So, yeah. And the weather now, like I said, I came in the fall. It's getting colder. Thank God I'm getting out of here and I'm going to a warmer location because I don't really have the clothes. I mean, I have a good jacket and a sweater, but I have really thin pants. That's what I travel with, and shorts. I don't have really the clothes for this kind of weather, so I'm glad I'm getting out because it's starting to get cold. Like I said, it's a high of 45 today, and that ain't no bueno for me. Okay, so what did I spend total? I spent $1,472 for the 28 days I've been here. That's not bad. Now, grant you, like I said, I'm a single person. I don't drink, so I did not spend any money at bars. I did not go into a liquor store. I didn't go to a convenience store and buy a beer. That's just not my style. So I can't even advise you on how much the booze is out here. I have no clue. So check out somebody else's video for that. I don't know. But the way I live and what I went over, everything included, is under $1,500 a month. So yeah, Poland, Krakow is doable. You can live out here. Everything, food, utilities, transportation, rent, your phone, Wi-Fi, everything you basically need, and eat really well for under $1,500 a month. Okay? Can I get an amen? Ooh, amen, brother. And that is my budget for the month. So overall, on everything, I give this place 2 thumbs up. I love this country. I love the people. I love their transportation. I love their food. I just love everything. Oh, one more thing. You can spend money, you can go overboard. You can spend money on going into all the attractions. I did not go into any museums because there was so much to see that was free. You know, I just felt like it was a waste of time and money to do anything else. So I didn't. So anywho, I'm going to end this video before it gets too crazy long. If you have any thoughts about staying in Poland, drop me a comment, let me know. Any questions as well, I'll answer them best I can. If you have already subscribed, you know I love you. And I'm going to drop the next clue. I am going west in Europe. I'm heading towards the Mediterranean, and it's a 3-hour flight. If you can guess where I'm going, drop it in the comments as well. But I'm not going to tell you the answer until I get there. Woo! So you may not see me online for another day or two because I'm going to be busy preparing to leave and getting there. But I will be back. You know why? Because we got one more country left to travel in Europe. Okay? And then I'll be heading back to see my children for the holidays. So I'll be in America. So if you people are not from America and you want to see what America's like, I'll be shooting videos from the US as well. Alrighty, okay. Share the video with the world on how cheap it is to live in Krakow, Poland, and I will catch you in the next one. Love you. Peace out.